All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 20. So we're on the weekend already of week 3. So we're just going to get nice and grounded, pulling the flesh from under the seat bones, rolling the shoulders back, just bringing ourselves onto the mat this morning. And just noticing your breath that enters your nose, noticing the temperature of the air. Is it freezing cold like it feels like it is right now in Tasmania? Or maybe you're luckier up in Queensland where it's a bit warmer, probably already sweating. And just take a moment to notice all of the sounds, the smells, all the different sensations around you. Now see if you can start isolating some of those sounds. Is there one particular bird call maybe? Or a child laughing up the street? And move on to the next sound. What can you hear? Perhaps it's the morning traffic. The scurry of insects. Maybe it's the dull hum of electricity going through the walls. Allowing yourself to find this moment of peace, stillness and time, where you don't have to be anyone, you don't have to do anything, you just get to be. We'll open the practice today by chanting Om, so bringing the hands together at heart center. We'll take a deep breath in together. Om. Gently bow our heads. We give thanks to the traditional landowners and pay our respects to Indigenous leaders, past, emerging, and present. We give thanks to the sages, the rishis, and the yogis who came before us to share this knowledge. And we give thanks to our higher power, whatever we want to call it, and envision ourselves guiding us safe through this world. Gently rubbing the palms together, feeling that energy culminate, really noticing where your palms rub, where you feel that heat, that friction spark. Now gently placing your palms over your eyes, gently blinking the eyes awake, massaging the face, the jaw, the neck, shoulders, arms, and legs. So we'll move into our pranayama this morning. And so we're going to do the chakra breathing where we open up. We haven't done that for a little while. And my mind is needing a bit of balance at the moment because this 3 weeks of moving around has definitely been challenging. So we'll just ground down, get a nice sense of ease and comfort. Maybe coming onto your knees if that's a bit more comfortable for you. Shoulders up, back and down, spine nice and tall. String pulling you all the way up to the sky. Placing the right palm on top of the left. We inhale, taking that energy all up the mid-body, opening out to the side once we get to the collarbones, opening up our heart, and exhaling down to the ground. Inhaling all of the good, beautiful prana. Expanding the arms as we expand the chest. And exhaling to release down to the earth what we don't want to carry any longer. Inhaling the prana. Exhaling to release. Inhaling, nice controlled. Just sipping the air. Seeing if you can sip a little bit more in once you've opened your arms out. And exhaling out. Depending on what you're carrying around with you, you can either control your breath out through the nose or really let go of whatever is controlling you right now. Inhaling. One more here. Beautiful. When you're ready, coming back to your regular breath. Breathing deep into the belly. And exhaling. Noticing where you're connected with your mat. Feeling the support of the earth underneath you. And you're ready, coming into your cross-legged position. We'll do some nice, easy spinal twists. So inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, turning to twist to the right. Inhaling up. And exhaling over to the left. Inhaling. And exhaling. Maybe really using that hand to pull you into that twist a little bit more. Sending the gaze behind you. One more over to the left. And returning back to your normal. From here, we're going to inhale, taking the chest over to the left knee, rolling all the way through, and exhaling back and around. So it's a bit like those, what are they called, hip circles when we're in tabletop after our cat and cow. Just doing that in a seated version. Really exaggerating this movement, not rushing it. Feeling that stretch all the way in the right hip when you're over to the left. Moving forward. Stretch in the left side. And then exhaling back and around. When you're ready, going the other way. Rotating to the right. Pulling yourself through. And exhaling back. Just some slow, gentle movements for this Saturday morning. and returning to your neutral seat. You're going to inhale the chest forward, really opening up that throat, opening up that heart space, sending that third eye to the sky. And exhaling like you're leading with the top of your back, the vertebrae in between your shoulders, really rounding you out, dropping the chin to chest, and inhaling back through. And exhaling for our cat. Shoulders away from ears. Maybe using the hands to anchor onto the knees as you stretch out the shoulders and the top of the back. And then returning to your easy seat. This time warming up the neck, taking the chin over to the right, and just slowly rolling it all the way down, over to the left, and then back the other way. Exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up. Giving the muscles in the back of the neck a chance to release in the shoulders and even in the TMJ in our jaw muscles. This time taking it over the back of the neck, up, over, and gently looking to the side, and then the other way. Really steady and controlled motion here. And then when you're over on the right, pausing here and doing one full neck circle, all the way down and all the way up. And the other way, all the way up and down and around. Rotating the shoulders now up to the ears and back. And the other way. And we warm up the wrists, clasping our hands in front of us, sending the palms out. We inhale the hands all the way up. So this might be quite tight on your shoulders as well if you're anything like me. Trying to keep that neck nice and straight, spine nice and tall, sending the arms even further back behind you. And exhaling back down. Doing a few wrist rolls, maybe even grabbing the forearm, rolling the other way. Over to the left side, rolling it one direction, and then the other. Giving them a bit of a shake. Maybe pressing into the fingers on the right hand, sending them back a little bit. Onto the other side. One more time. Now gently bringing the fingers down towards the wrist, not pulling it or pushing it, just a very gentle one. One more time, rolling it out. And a nice big shake. So coming over into our tabletop, we're going to plant the hands, tuck the toes, and hover. So finding our floating tabletop, knees just an inch off the mat, really turning on the core, sucking everything in, navel to spine, allowing everything to warm up here. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale, sending the hips back. Really pushing into those palms, into the fingertips, opening up the back legs, seat bones to the sky. Maybe walking the dog, one ankle down then the other. When you're ready, walking with as many steps as you can take, tiptoeing to the front of the mat, and finding our forward fold. Maybe clasping opposite elbows. Deep breath in and exhale to release a little bit more. Nodding the head yes, shaking it no. And inhaling, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. Shoulders up, back and down. Finding our Tadasana. So really grounding down through the feet here, lifting the toes. Grounding down all four corners of the feet into the earth. Light tuck of that tailbone. Turning the pelvic floor on. Your core on, and shoulders dropped away from the ears. Taking some deep grounding breaths in here. Maybe dropping the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. I'm going to inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, float it down. A forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening that spine. Exhale, sending that right foot back, coming into our runner's lunge. I'm going to inhale here for our cow lunge, sending the chest up to the sky. And exhaling back for our cat. Inhaling back to our cow. And exhaling, straightening that leg for our cat. On the inhale, returning back to our runner's lunge. Nice and strong here. Then you're going to inhale, exhale that left foot back to meet the right for our downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, wave through to our plank, either dropping to your knees or staying in one line, exhaling all the way down to the mat. Inhale, sliding through for our baby cobra, really pulling the shoulder blades together, the elbows together, and exhaling back down, making our way back to downward facing dog. This time you're going to inhale that left foot all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog. Really feeling that stretch in the back of the right leg. And opening up for our scorpion dog. Hips stacked on top of each other. Inhaling back up, three-legged dog. And exhaling, sending that left knee all the way through the center, stepping in between the hands. Keeping that runner's lunge here. We inhale and exhale, bring that right foot to the top. Keeping our forward fold. We inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way to the sky, hands clasped together. And exhaling back through heart center. Taking a deep breath in here. And exhale. And we move to the other side. Inhaling the hands all the way up. And exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling to halfway lift. And exhaling down, stepping the left foot back this time. Keeping our nice, strong runner's lunge here. You're going to inhale, dropping into our cow lunge, looking up, maybe dropping that back knee. Then exhaling out to our cat lunge, lengthening that front leg. Inhaling to cow. And exhaling to cat. Inhaling to cow. And exhaling to cat. When you're ready, coming back to our runners, finding your pause here. Inhaling, then exhaling that right foot back to meet the left. Inhale through to our plank. Exhale to chaturanga, lowering halfway down, elbows into ribs. Inhale, send yourself forward to upward facing dog. Then exhaling, back to down dog. Deep breath in here. Inhale, sending that right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhaling, opening up for scorpion dog. Knee goes to the side, up to the sky. Trying to stack those hips on top of each other, opening up for that stretch even more. Then inhaling to three-legged dog. Exhaling to step through, planting the right foot between the palms. Finding our runners here. Taking a deep breath in. And exhaling left foot to meet the right. Finding our forward fold. We inhale, circle, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, clasping the hands in prayer. And exhaling down to the center. Finding our breath to recalibrate. Inhaling the arms all the way up. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Inhaling, halfway lift. This time we plant both hands and we exhale, popping back for our chaturanga. So maybe you just come into a down dog first, and then inhale through to your chaturanga. Pushing up into our upward facing dog, and exhaling back for our down dog. From here, right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Deep breath here. This time as you bend into your scorpion, you're going to step that right foot behind you, opening all the way into Wild Thing. If this is too much, you can always plant that left knee and open up into a supported Wild Thing. One more breath here, really opening up the chest. Then exhaling, coming back down, nice and controlled. Finding our three-legged dog. Gently finding down dog one more time. Inhaling, looking between the hands, bending those knees. And exhaling, jumping forward for our forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale down through the center. Inhale, hands all the way up. And exhale, folding over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant both hands and making your way back to chaturanga. Bending halfway. Inhale, opening up that chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, sending the hips all the way back. This time sending that left leg into the sky, three-legged dog. Holding it here first. Then exhale, gently bend, left leg over, stepping behind you, and opening up for our wild thing. If you need that option to come down on your right knee is also there. Opening up that chest, really rainbowing the hips, sending them to the sky. Exhaling, coming back, finding your three-legged dog. Exhaling, the foot comes down to the ground. And we gently take the knees out wide. Exhaling down for our child's pose. Forehead finds the mat. Arms out nice and straight in front of you. Allowing everything to melt down. Inhaling back to tabletop. Tucking the toes and exhaling, finding our downward facing dog. Inhaling that right foot up and back. And exhaling, stepping it through between the hands. I'm going to spin that back foot down and inhale up for our warrior two. It was freezing this morning, now it's getting hot. Definitely in Tasmania. Bending into that right knee, remembering to send it to the right, seeing those big toes. Nice straight spine. Inhaling here, flipping the wrist, and exhaling for our peaceful warrior. Inhaling here, and exhaling, finding our extended side angle. Inhaling back up, peaceful warrior. And then exhale, finding our triangle. So straightening that front leg. Inhaling, reaching all the way across those right toes. Exhaling, spinning that hand down and sending the left hand up. Remembering everything is in one straight line, like you're being pressed between two planes of glass. Opening up that chest a little bit more, twisting open to the sky. Big inhale here. And exhale, you're going to bend into that right knee. Taking the hand down and finding that runner's lunge. From here, you're going to open up into easy twist. Taking that right arm up to the sky. Big breath in here. And if you like, you can stay here or you can drop that left knee and reach back with your right hand to grab the left foot. Opening up for our corkscrew twist. Nice easy breaths here. If you're wanting to open up that shoulder a bit more, maybe kicking into that hand. Exhaling to release that foot. Coming back round into our runners and finding our Skandasana. So pointing the right toes out to the edge on a diagonal. Opening up those hips. Sending the left toes to the sky. And finding our balance here. So maybe hands come to heart center. Or maybe you're just balancing yourself up here or against a pillar or a block. Deep breath in here. Nearly went backwards. Allowing everything to just open up. Exhaling, finding your runner's lunge. Inhaling here. Then exhaling that right foot up and back. Three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. And you can flow through a vinyasa here, or come down to child's pose, or just meet us in down dog. From down dog, we're going to bend the knees. Inhale here. Then exhale. Jump to the top of the mat. Finding our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. And inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way to the sky. And exhaling back down. Deep breaths in here. While we get ready to set up to the other side. So I'll come to the other side of my mat. Deep breath in. Inhale, circle sweep the arms to the sky. And exhale, finding our forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling down, head to knee, planting the hands, jumping back to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. This time, inhaling that left foot up to the sky. And exhaling it through the center. Stepping between the hands. You're going to spin that right foot down now. And inhale all the way up for our warrior on the other side. Nice tall spine here. Exhaling into that left leg. Making sure the feet are in line. Breathing here. Inhaling, taking that palm up, and exhaling for our peaceful warrior. Inhaling here. And exhaling, floating through for our extended side angle. One line of energy. Nice big breaths. Inhale, sending it back for our reverse warrior. And exhale back to warrior two. Setting up for our triangle. Straightening that left leg. Reaching your hands all the way over that toe. And then exhaling that left hand down to your shin, your ankle, the mat. And your right hand comes up. Again, everything is in one line. Hips in line with shoulders. Nice deep breaths here. And inhaling, bending into that knee. And exhale, bringing that hand down. Finding our runner's lunge. Nice big breaths here. Planting that right hand and inhaling that left hand to the sky for an easy twist. Again, dropping that back knee if you need, or keeping it floated up. Inhaling here. And exhale, dropping that knee, reaching back to grab the left foot with the right hand. Noticing if you're tighter on one side than you are the other. Nice breaths into the diaphragm. Nice easy breaths here. Exhaling to release that foot, coming into our runner's lunge. And finding our Skandasana on the other side. So pointing the right toes to the sky, left foot on a diagonal, Exhale, releasing everything back, lowering the hips to the mat if you can. Toes pointing to the sky. Really pressing the palms into one another. One more inhale here. And exhale, framing that foot. Finding our runner's lunge. And we inhale that left foot up and back to the sky. Three-legged dog. Then exhaling for our down dog. Inhaling, floating through for our vinyasa. Finding our plank. Lowering to chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhaling down. Looking between the hands, we'll inhale, bend the knees. And exhale, jump to the top of the mat. Finding one last forward fold here. Then inhaling, circle sweep the arms all the way up. And hands come to heart center. Rounding down in through that left foot now. Inhale, shoulders up and back. And you're going to grab your right foot with your right hand. Knees come back together, opening up the chest. Inhaling that left hand up. Going to exhale, tilt at the hips for our dancer's pose. Kicking our right foot into our right hand. Hinging forward a little bit more. Slight back bend behind the heart space, opening up the chest. Holding it for one more breath. And then coming back out of it. Exhaling down. Maybe shaking the legs out a bit. Inhaling, shoulders up and back one more time. Grounding down through the right foot. Grabbing left foot with the left hand. Inhaling, right hand up. And exhaling, tilting at the hips. Kicking that left foot into the left hand. Tilting a little bit more. That right hand an offering to the sky. One more breath. Kick, kick, kick. And inhaling up, nice and controlled. Coming back to our standing position. Inhaling the hands up. And exhaling, coming down over the legs. Gentle inhale, halfway up. And then as you exhale, coming down onto your knees. Hands on top of thighs. Just getting your breath here. This time we're going to clasp our hands behind our back. Inhaling, opening up the chest, opening the shoulders. If you want, you can play with which direction that your hands are facing. So you can send them out that way, or even go under, opening up the shoulders as well. Or just have the hands and the knuckles pointing out. Whatever stretch feels comfortable for you today. Inhaling here, opening up the chest, opening up the throat, sending that third eye to the sky. And exhaling, folding over. Forehead comes to mat, arms come up and over. And exhaling, the hands come back down all the way to the heels. Finding our rabbit's pose. Inhaling here. And exhaling, sending the hips to the sky. Forehead into mat, pulling on our heels. And exhaling back down. Pushing into our hands now and making our way back onto our bellies, lowering all the way down. Sending the arms out in goalpost. You're going to inhale, coming on to that left hip. And the right knee goes up to the sky, right leg steps behind you. Just opening up this shoulder. Maybe playing with how far forward or how far back that arm is. Allowing everything to release. One more deep breath here. And exhaling, folding back down. Hands in goalpost on the other side. Inhaling here. Rolling onto that right hip. Sending the left leg behind you. Breathing into that right shoulder. Feeling the support of the mat underneath your right cheek. One more inhale here. And exhale, rolling back onto your tummy. Pushing into the mat and finding yourself onto your back. If you come from a seated position, as always, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to find our supine twist. Inhaling that right knee up into the right armpit, really breathing here. And on the exhale, pulling it over to the left side of the body. Sending that right arm out to the right, looking over to your right fingers. Inhaling here. And then exhaling, releasing into the twist even more. Keeping both shoulders flat on the mat. Remembering your breath. Inhaling all the way into the belly. And exhaling, nice and controlled. And inhaling that knee back up into the chest. One more hug here. And then exhaling, swapping over. Right leg plants down now. Left leg comes in. Nice big inhale here. And then exhale, draping that left knee across to the right. Again, both shoulders are on the mat. Looking over to the left hand. If you want more support in this pose, you can also put a block, a bolster, or a pillow underneath this floating knee. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale for 4. Slow and controlled exhale for 6. Rolling onto your back now and hugging both knees into the chest. Maybe bringing your head up a little bit, rocking side to side. One final cuddle here, a big, big squeeze. Intensing and contracting all of the muscles. Intensing and contracting and tensing all of the muscles into this one final squeeze. And then exhale, release it all out. Taking up as much space as possible. Allowing the hands to come wide, the feet to come wide. If you're wanting to receive, opening palms up to the sky, or if you're wanting to be grounded, facing palms down. Taking this final moment of relaxation, of time that is literally just for you. Each breath in, feeling that prana come through your body, that vital energy, that life force. And each exhale, releasing what doesn't serve you. Each inhale, breathing into the stories that we've told ourselves this week, the annoyances and grievances we've had. And each exhale, allowing us to release it, to leave it behind, and enter the weekend renewed and refreshed. Breathing in all that beautiful energy. Sighing out what you no longer need. Breathing in the good. Sighing out the bad. One more time. Inhaling the positive. Exhaling the negative. Now ask yourself, what do you want to call into this weekend? What do you want more of? Laughter, joy, peace, rest. Gently ask yourself, what is it you deeply desire? Now recognize you have the power to make it happen. Gently wiggling the fingers and toes, bringing your attention back to the mat. And when you're ready, rolling over to your left-hand side. Pushing into the palms, coming to a seated position with the eyes closed. We'll end the practice by chanting Om and Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you go forward having a wonderful weekend, bringing in everything that you desire and leaving behind what you don't. Namaste.